Welcome to this short tutorial on Food Basics aisle presentation standards and guidelines. If you are watching this video, you are likely one of our valued grocery clerks or cashiers. Over the next few minutes, we hope to give you a better understanding of what we are looking for when you spend time presenting our stores. Before we get into conditioning, we want to review a few basic principles around filling product on our shelves. Let's start with some of the basics when it comes to working product. Almost every item in our store has a UPC code, which has multiple functions, including helping to identify a product's location on the shelf. If you are unsure where a product goes, simply match up the UPC from the product to the shelf ticket as shown in the picture on the left. This applies to both paper and electronic shelf labels. At Food Basics, our planograms are carefully designed to fit your store-specific needs. Layouts are designed to accommodate product from left to right, and product should be filled from tag to tag. Never overfill or face an empty hole. A hole is to remain empty as it helps your management team identify a potential inventory issue. When filling items that come tray packed, stores need to ensure product goes onto the shelf in its tray, as you can see in the picture on the left. Try to avoid hand piling items on the shelves where it makes sense. If you are unsure about what should and shouldn't be in a tray, you can easily tell by looking at like items in the same section or by asking your supervisor. When tray packing, never remove the front of the tray as shown in the picture on the right. Removing the front of the tray is not only unnecessary, it takes up valuable time that is needed to ensure all labels are forward-facing to allow our customers to easily identify what they are looking for. Shelf tickets play a key role in ensuring product remains on our shelves for our customers to find week in and week out. Tags, paper or electronic, should never be moved or removed for any reason. Shelf tags also help us maintain our shelf lineups. When planograms and tags are properly in place, products should never go on the shelf sideways. If a product will not fit in its space properly, something has gone wrong and you should notify your supervisor immediately. Some tray-packed items will come in cases. This usually includes items in metal cans or glass jars. When case cutting items, never cut boxes with product packed in paper or plastic that could be damaged by your knife's blade. When case cutting products to be filled on the shelf, always cut trays as shown in the picture on the right. Boxes should never be window cut as shown in the picture on the left. Don't forget to spin the labels so your customers can easily identify the product. Now that you have an understanding of the basics, it's time to look at how we present our store to the customer. Conditioning our grocery, dairy, and frozen food aisles is an important task that needs to be completed daily for many different reasons. A well-conditioned store is easy to shop and ensures we can identify potential inventory issues. In the coming slides, we will look at the main differences between facing and blocking and why it is important to condition in this manner. Facing is done in categories with items that are basically not set up to stack on top of each other. These items are usually in boxes or larger plastic containers and consume most of the space between the shelves. When facing, product should be brought to the front of the shelf and cover the shelf from tag to tag. Staff should be bringing a minimum of 2 units to the front per row, as you can see in the picture on the right. When a category is faced properly, it should look like a wall of product. Blocking is done with items that are stackable and is the practice of filling the bottom row from the front of the shelf to the back, with additional product on the second row being filled from the back to the front, as you can see with the oatmeal on the right. Categories that get blocked are usually items with smaller boxes, jars, cans, and bags. Blocking is a little more complicated, so let's take a deeper look at a few other categories. Tetras are a great example of blocking. Look at the blue Kool-Aid jammers on the right. The bottom row is filled from the front of the shelf to the back of the shelf, while the second layer is filled from the back to the front. Please also note that some of the items are filled in their shipping trays, which is also exactly what we are looking to achieve. As mentioned earlier, please ensure items with trays are filled to the shelf with their trays. If you do have some loose product that needs to go on the shelf, it should always be placed in front of the product in trays and never behind. Items like canned soup, tomatoes, fish, and pasta sauces pose to be some of our toughest sections to block. It is extremely important to keep cans in the trays they were shipped in for as long as possible. When product is in trays, it should always be brought forward or faced. If a situation arises where you need to put loose product on the shelf, it must always be placed in front of the product in trays and never behind. Lastly, when filling or blocking the can section, it is extremely important to ensure that the exposed products are positioned with the labels facing forward so they can easily be identified by our customers as shown on the right. Bagged items are to be handled in the same fashion as categories we block. Items in bags should be flattened and filled from front to back and then back to front. Be sure to take the time to flatten bags so that they sit nicely on our shelves. Other categories like pet food and rice need to be flattened and filled accordingly. Notice the attention put into flattening these bags so they sit uniformly on the shelf. In some sections, you will be required to face and block. Paper is a good example of this. Always remember, items that can be stacked should be blocked and all other items should be faced. Our frozen food aisles are to follow the same principles as our grocery aisles. Items that are stackable should be blocked or flattened and all other items should be faced. It is important to note, pizzas should be filled and maintained with the product standing up and not lying down. The black trays on your shelves are designed to keep these boxes upright. Frozen vegetables and French fries should also be presented with the product standing up as shown on the right. Customers need to see the products they are looking to buy. Our dairy counters are an exception to the rule. Because our dairy counters are located on the perimeter of our store, we want them to look and feel as full as possible. For this reason, we want all categories in the dairy counter to be faced on a daily basis. A well-conditioned store looks and feels great and shows our customers just how hard you have worked to give them the best shopping experience possible. Completing this large task daily takes teamwork and discipline. A strong routine and getting support from other departments like the front end will go a long way in ensuring we close the way we want to open. In closing, just a few key reminders about conditioning basics. 1. Always make sure the items are being filled in their proper location. Never fill or face over a hole. 2. Product should always be filled to the front of the shelf. Cover the shelf space from left to right and tag to tag. 3. Always ensure labels are facing forward to allow customers to easily find what they are looking for. 4. Always fill product in trays or case cut where applicable. 5. Loose product should always be placed in front of product in trays or cases and never behind. 6. Always use both hands when conditioning aisles as it will help with presentation and efficiency. And 7. If you're not sure about something, don't be afraid to ask a supervisor. We hope you have found the information in this presentation helpful. If you are unsure about something or feel watching the video again would be beneficial, talk to your supervisor to arrange the appropriate time.